Awesome. I guess this is the first order of business. Wow. It is a more or less intact Marx Toys double gun variant hard plastic spaceship. And of course it's been through combat and it lost a gun nacelle. Reminds me of a B-25 Mitchell. Just sort of quietly in awe. I guess I just didn't, either they didn't have a good enough picture or I didn't understand that it was logo marked.
ToySoldierHQ.com reminds us that Marx made 4 varieties in all. My favorite is the gorgeous twin hull ship.
Here's our gal after a quick cleanup. Just a little bit of warm water with a drop of dish detergent. And it does have sort of a metallic blend to it. It's not a swirl. I did potentially notice a flaw. There's one right there, just below the stabilizer. And there's another right there. But it doesn't seem to go through the rest of the wing. So maybe it's just a scratch. I was thinking it would go into an artwork, but now that I'm understanding that it's Marx stamped, it'll be a photographic subject for artwork, but this is not going into a collage. This is going to stay in my collection, and I'm going to look into how to maybe replace that. There's almost no point in doing it. It's going to serve as a source of infinite photographs of people working on it in various hangar conditions. I could obtain another one of these, hack off its gun, paint it accordingly, and very carefully graft it in place. Or maybe doing a cast of the recast gun and trying to figure out how to make a resin mold for it. But I mean, for me, it's fine as it is. Here's my other fleet, made in Mexico, 1990s. Soft plastic. Most collectors abhor them because they look so goofy compared to the actual product, which are cast in these lustrous, hard plastic styrene material. This is an unmarked A-wing, I believe that's what the name for this was. With some damage to it, and there, of course, is the intact recast. And I agree, the pink ship looks goofy, but I don't have a problem with them as objects, and you can take these out and play with it. They'll be fine. These things, I've lost auctions for this particular ship configuration. There was one that was in red with a swirl to it. I think I went up to 150, and it ended up closing at like 300. When I was playing with the green one earlier, trying to get some nice pictures of it, I realized that it only really works as something sitting on the ground. I was trying to put it on this medicine cup to get some pictures of, of it flying with the painted in the background, and gave up. Because it's just not meant to be seen from that angle. Which is like, well, duh, because there's nothing underneath.
Everyone just wanted to go home and have a warm supper.
The chopper departs for more experts from the History Channel.
Motion control photography. When they were shooting Star Wars, they weren't swinging the ships around on a wire. The ships were sitting still. It was the cameras that were moving. That's what made it look like they were flying through space. One of the other secrets of how Star Wars did it is that they were using computers to control the motions, and they could repeat it time and time again to look exactly the same and get different passes for different lighting and then composite it all together. I'm thinking about how to use my media skills to make more interesting art. And for me, video and photography and performance, they're all just as valid as painting. It's how you decide what to do with it. And I think Space Toys is a good departure point for a performance art routine in some way, even if it is just about opening your mail.